Welcome everybody to the United Drivers League F1 Chinese Grand Prix. My name is Pecan36. I will be your commentator for tonight's race. As we are here in round 11, 7 more races to go, folks. We did miss out on China last week as I was out of town. So I'm glad to be back here with you guys today. And I'm very excited to call this race. China, quite a fun track, quite a fun race. It always brings the excitement. So I'm really excited to be calling this race today. I'm going to fix some of my settings because I now got a monitor to call these race. Gameplay settings, nope, not in there. Audio settings, that's right. So, I'm going to turn some of this stuff down so I can hear it. So I can not have all this stuff in my ears. There we go. Let me get the full track map up and the lap data. We only have 14 cars on the grid, as we are missing quite a few drivers today. And then I'm going to get these links out to people who do want to watch. Just a second. Alrighty, so we got the cars on the grid. As I missed last week's race, let's give you guys a rundown on how exactly that race went. As we had Snipper Pig, who took pole in this race, and for the third time in his UDL F1 career, X Breezy took home the win at the Monza GP, so congrats to him, and he also got his third win of the year. Breezy is doing a great job there. It was Gunbuck who came in second place and Pig who came in third. Right now, the point standings as it stands with the Williams team with 175 points still on top of the leaderboards. With the Racing Point and Red Bull, they are currently tied for second with 164 points, followed by the AlphaTauri with 151 points. Now, the point standings in the drivers, Breezy is starting to cut into that gap, led by X Breezy is starting to cut into that gap, led by Pig, the three-time UDL F1 champ, as he has 175 points. X Breezy has 130 points. Gunbuck, who's in third, with 81 points. So that's going to give you the rundown here and what you guys missed from the Monza GP, as we are finally back to UDL F1 action live here on the United Drivers League YouTube channel. And as you can see here, the new commissioner of the United Drivers League, Publix, who's going around right now for his qualifying time. I have stepped down from commissioner of the United Drivers League, as I will be leaving the United Drivers League at the end of the year. So 7 more races for me to do, and that will be it. As we see here, you got Pig. We saw that Big Rig was on a lap, but it was invalidated. So we're going to see here with Pig, the man who has the most poles of his career, going down the back straight here, getting a great shot. This is a fantastic track, too. There's going to be a lot of good side-by-side racing, especially on the long back straight. Ooh, don't know if that was a lag on my end or not, but yeah, I think Pig is just fine there, as I believe that's X Breezy behind him. So let's see what lap Pig can set here. He sets a 1:29.7. X Breezy, he invalidated his lap, so it's not going to count, as Publix is going to come around. Now, folks have to be very careful about the final turn, as Publix comes around. He sets a 129.2. His teammate comes in right behind him with a 130.0 as Dilsek also crosses the line with a 130.3. Now, here's another driver to watch. Crisorial Alex, he has not had the best year so far. Still 0 points to his name. Not something you would expect from the man in the Ferrari car today, as Crisorial Alex is a talented driver. He's not going to put on a quick lap at all. I'm going to bring up, I'm pretty sure he's on the soft tires. As we see, T&E Hawk also just came across the line, as I believe that is Kiwi Bird King also getting started on a lap as well. Those pink Racing Point cars of Kiwi, Bird King, and Big Rig. Gonna have to see what they can do today in today's race. But so far, it looks like Publix is on pole. T&E Hawk just set a purple Sector 1. Let's see what Big Rig can do here. What lap can he pull? Nope, he's gonna go back into the pits. He's thankfully he does not run into the wall there, as that wall, I know X Breezy is going to come into the pits here on this lap. Kill the Birdman is now coming out of the pits for his flyer. Now, something you got to learn about China, this track is a tire killer. This track is very harsh on the soft tire compound, so these guys who are going to be driving on the softs, when it gets to about lap 6, lap 7, around those is, yeah, I believe we have a driver that's around. I believe that's Crisorial Alex. Yeah, he's around. But that is something to notice on this track. This is a tire killer, so these guys who are going to be driving on the softs to begin their race, this is going to be very, very tough to manage as soon as we get into lap 6 or lap 7. As you see there, Crisorial Alex, he got a good run out of the final turn to get a 130.0. Kiwi has just come around with a 131.5. Not the best time from Kiwi there, as we see Granty Boy is still in the pits. He still has not got a couple of drivers who have not set a lap yet. We do have 2 that are out there on their outlaps with Young Vicho and the Haas, as you have Killed the Birdman as well. They're both out there on their outlaps, as we're going to ride with Young Vicho here, as he's going to get started on his flyer. But yeah, only 14 cars are on the grid because we are missing quite a few. Drew Yu is not here for this race. We also are missing some other drivers as well. But still, even though it's a 14-car grid, we should still have a great race, as just like I said, China normally is a really good race. And then let's give you down the history of this race in the past UDL, as season 1 was won by the controversial Greco Dre Bird, as there was some controversy surrounding his win in the rain-soaked Chinese Grand Prix. And then you have in season 2, the winner was Pig, as Pig finally got a Chinese Grand Prix win under his name. And then in season 3, it was Dreamsy who got the win here in China, as a lot of the front runners were having trouble with penalties, getting drive-throughs. I believe we had about 2 or 3 VSCs in that race that caused Pig, X-Breezy, and the race leader, Repper Rick, to get a drive-through penalty. So hopefully we don't see that a lot today. What lap time does Young Vicho put on the board? He puts on a 131.4 on the medium tires. Go back up here. That's Big Rig. He's getting started on a lap. Kill the Bird man, who has yet to set a lap, is coming around now. Does he invalidate it? No, he does not. But he sets a 131.1 on the sop. So good time there in Kill the Bird man in the Banana Renault cars. As we see here, Speed King, he still does not have a lap on the board. Neither does X Breezy, as he still needs to get a lap on the board. So does Big Rig. He's currently out there on a flyer, as Speed King is currently trying to set a lap as well. Granty Boy has not come out of the pits yet. He has not been out there on the pits at all this whole entire time, so gonna come out there to start his lap. As you see, Gunbuck is getting started on his lap. Cursorial Alex is also about to come around and get started on his lap. So is Publix, as he's going to get started on his lap. So we're going to follow around with Pig, as currently Publix is the provisional pole leader. Going to see how he does here. Can he take pole back away from Publix? Let's see what he does here. He gets a good exit, good run. He's got it. Oh, shocker. He didn't get it, but he had a purple sector 3 time with a 129.2. Great time from Pig, but not enough to put him on pole with a 129.24 with Publix, as he has a 129.20. Speed King is about to come. He still has yet to put a lap on the board, as we see a Renault go back into the pits. And Speed King, he sets a 131.7. He slowed down there tremendously. Don't know what that was about. All right, we're going to follow around with X Breezy here. He has won 2 races in a row, as he won it at Hungary and Monza. As Granty Boy has left the session. Don't know what's going on with Granty Boy at all, but X Breezy puts on a great lap with a 129.5. Cursorial Alex is going back into the pits, as we have Publix here. He's going to go back into the pits as his lap was invalidated. But so far, he still holds provisional pole for right now. As we see Pig here, but he's going to go back into the pits soon. He's massively down on his time. Trying to follow young Vicho here. I believe he's on a lap. Yeah, I believe he's on a lap. Currently in P9 with the 131.4. See how he does here. Oh, and he invalidates it going into the final turn. He cut the turn just a little too much, as that will invalidate his lap, will not be able to best his time. As we see, Kill the Birdman is also coming out onto the track right now. Speed King coming around the penultimate turn, but I imagine he's going to go into the pits on this lap. So Gunbuck lap is invalidated. We see T&E Hawk here getting a tow from his teammate of X Breezy here. As you see, X Breezy will peel off, as these guys did a great job on working the tow, making sure that they can use that tow to their advantage. Is it going to be enough? Ooh, he did not go off track. That's good for him, but he sets a 129.7, 3/10 faster than his original time, but currently good enough for P4. So good time there from the Red Bull driver of T&E Hawk. Not a lot of action going out there on track right now. You have Pig. I believe he's on a lap. Yeah, I believe he's on a lap. He's down on his time. See how his exits. Ooh, he gets some wheel spin coming out of the penultimate turn there. Yeah, he knows that just pretty much ruined any chance of him improving on the lap. He was already 2/10 slower than his 129.2 time. As we see, both of the Renault drivers are currently out there on their outlap. Karab and Granty Boy still have yet to set. Karab and Granty Boy still have yet to set a lap. As you do have T&E Hawk, but I know he's going into the pits on this lap. Yeah, Cursorial Alex is out there on an outlap, so he's out there on an outlap, revving the gears, as he knows that that's going to save him some fuel. Gonna send this out. He's gonna get started on his lap. All right, so let's see how Cursorial Alex can do here. He will definitely be somebody to watch. We're going to follow around, kind of give you a very nice drive around the track as he is on my screen. He's like revving up every time. As I go to another driver, Karab, he's out there on an out lap. Getting a great camera shot there. Getting good turn-ins through the S's. As he is revving that rev limiter so much. And what a catch by that ace player. As you see Cursorial Alex now coming down the back straight. He's out there on the medium tires right now. Don't know if it's going to be enough to improve on his time. See if he can get a good exit here through the penultimate turn. And he does get a good exit. Let's see what time he can do here. He does a 1:30.2, so that is going to be something to watch for as Dilsack also comes around. He beats his time by 5/10 with a 1:29.7. So good time there from Dilsack. As we see here, both of the McLarens out there on their out laps as we are almost close, folks, to the end of qualifying as we got 2 minutes to go. See how the Papaya Orange McLaren team can do today. The Canadians of Speed King and Karab. Everyone's favorite salami. See how Karab here does. He's also out there on the medium tires. So is Speed King. As Young Vicho has retired from the session. I don't think he got out in time. Yeah, I don't think he got out in time. All right, so a minute and a half left here in qualifying, folks. So we are getting down into the gritty here. Going to be the final spots here. Gunbuck currently up on his time. Actually, no, he was up on his outlap time. But still, here we go, folks. The gritty coming down as we are approaching 1 minute to go. Public still on pole. So something to watch for is he's going to get his car ready to go. Where is Pig? Pig is about to go on the back straight. So here we go, folks. Under 1 minute to go here in qualifying. Publix is getting started on his lap. X Breezy getting started on his lap. Kill the Birdman also getting started. Karab finally put a time on the board with a 1:31.5. Speed King did not improve on his time. Don't know if that was Big Rig. Yeah, he's going to get started on his out lap. So is Pig. He's getting started on his flyer. Where is TNE? Able to cross? Yes, he will. And then the other Racing Point, I believe that is Kiwi. He is currently up on his time. He's currently all the way down into 12th. He's not going to improve on his time, no. Don't know what exactly happened there, but let's see how Gunbuck does here. Oh wow, he is massively down on his time. Don't know if he had a spin or not, as he will abort and go into the pits. Cursorial Alex, he will be the first one. Let's see how he does here. So we have a car off track. I believe that is a Racing Point. That is Big Rig, yes. So Big Rig will not be able to get a shot. So can these guys improve on their time? What is Cursorial Alex going to do here? Can he improve? He does not improve his spot. He did improve his time. How does Publix do? He does improve on his time. Can anyone beat that? A 1:29.0 from X Breezy. That was a great time from Publix with a 129.0. My mistake. Speed King also improves on his time with the 131.2. Good enough for P10 right now, but where is Pig? Does he improve it? Can he beat him? No! Barely! A 129.06, and Publix almost beats him by almost 2/100ths of a second. So what a time from Publix there, as Publix will take pole here at the Chinese Grand Prix. So Publix will take pole. Wow, what a qualifying there from Publix. I have to go back and see if that was the last time he's ever gone pole. Or if he's ever gone pole in the United Drivers League. I don't know if he has. I have to go back and look. But if he has, it's been a long time since he's been in the front spot at the number one spot starting on pole. I'm going to have to do some research on that. But yeah, so your grid will be Publix, Pig, X-Breezy, Gunbuck, Teeny Hawk, Dillsack, Cressorial Alex, Big Rig, Birdman, Speed King, Young V, Vicho, Karab, Kiwi, and Granty Boy, who did not set a single lap in qualifying. As we are going to leave here and wait for the new lobby invites, as this should be a very fun race. I gotta do my research and find out when was the last time he's ever been on pole. I know it's been a very long time. I'm looking to see. So yeah, so this is the first time he has ever gone pole in his whole entire UDL F1 career. So congrats to Publix there, getting the first ever pole of his career. What a drive from you, buddy. Gonna check my screen. No, I do not have any invites yet, as we are awaiting the lobby. But just letting you guys know, next week we do have a break in the action. We will not have a race next week, but we will be back on May 16th, as we will have the Bahrain GP for next week's race. For not next week, from 2 weeks from now, we are going to Bahrain, as that is one of the best tracks on the whole entire grid, as that has always brought some of the best close side-by-side racing. Still have not received any invites yet to the new lobby, so we're still waiting on that. But I think this could be a very fun race. Especially at China, we've always had some entertaining races here. Just like I said, at Season 1, it was the rain race. In Season 2, we had a great battle from 2 through 5. And then in Season 3, it was just penalties galore. I'm going to go get a drink. I'll buy you one. Alrighty, as I am back. Still waiting on the invites to the lobby. Haven't gotten a lobby invite quite yet. Still waiting on them. Publix. This is his job now. So we're still waiting on that. Unfortunately, there will not be any rain in this race. We will not have a rain race today, which I would have loved to see some rain here at China. As there is the invite. Finally got the invite to join the race lobby. Now loading in. Going to spectator mode here. You can see here all the teams. We do have one Haas driver. We are missing drivers like KD, who got called into work today. Drew Yu is also not here for this race. And we are looking for drivers to fill some seats. We need 2 Alfa Romeo drivers. So if you ever want to drive in the Alfa Romeo team, let them know. Trying to see where everybody else is at. Gonna try and send an invite out, see if we can get Granty Boy back in here. As we await all the other drivers to get into the session. Still waiting on other folks to join the session here, folks, as there's a little bit of a break. But yes, 7 more races to go, and then that will be it for us in Season 4. It has been quite the season this year. Don't know why we are missing quite a few drivers. Still waiting on the grid to be done made. They just got the call to ready up. So here we go. We're missing somebody. Yeah, I was about to say, you're missing your teammate there. Publix, your teammate is not in here. Alright, let's get this race going. As soon as he can get Gunbuck back into his correct spot, we'll get this race going. I think we're having connection issues with one of the drivers. I believe that is Gunbuck we are missing. Yeah, we're still missing Gunbuck from this lobby. So we have drivers asking what exactly is going on. Still missing. Yes, young Vicho, I can send you an invite just in case, buddy. Let me do that for you. Just like I was saying, folks. Alrighty, we got all of our drivers in here. Let's do this. 13 drivers will be on the grid. Grant T-Boy is missing. KD is missing. As we are missing Drew U as well. As we are trying to make sure this grid can get filled at some point. These guys need to do some recruiting. As you guys can see here, no rain, but it will be quite the cloudy race. And we just lost Publix. Oh boy, this is not going well. This is not going well. All right, so new lobby because things are not going well for the new commissioner in this race. So things are not going well for the new commissioner in his first race as a commissioner, as he's unfortunately having some his internet issues, and you got Gunbuck who's having some issues being able to connect as well. But to kind of give you guys a rundown, it's been quite the fun season, though. And kind of the storyline of this whole entire year, there's definitely been two, is Pig once again showing he is the class of the field in this league, but the re-emergence of X Breezy, who didn't record a single win in season 3. Now he has 3 wins on the year. Didn't record a single win in season 3. Now has 3 wins on the year. Has 7 career wins to his name. The most wins he's ever had in 1 year. So X Breezy is just doing a fabulous job showing everyone why he was one of the most respected and feared drivers on the grid back in season 1 and season 2. So let's see how it goes. Still waiting on the new lobby invite, as we had a session error. Yep, just got the league invite. Let's go into that session. Hopefully nobody lags out this time. Going to spectator mode. I'm so glad I don't have to do these duties anymore. But just like I said, it's been a tale of two, with Pig once again showing everyone why he is the class of the field, and the re-emergence of X Breezy. Alrighty. Gonna send some invites out, see if we can get some of these guys back in here. Alright, so let's hope that we can get this grid made, as we had some lag outs going on. But yeah, these last 7 races, is we are going to go from China to Bahrain to Singapore, which will be the 13th race of the year. And then we'll also go to Japan right after Singapore, and then we head into the North America part of the calendar with Canada and the United States Grand Prix on July 11th, and then we have the Brazilian Grand Prix, which will be the final race of the year on July 18th, as that will be the final race that I will call here in the United Drivers League. It has been quite the honor doing this and creating this series. As this will be my final time. This will not be the final time, but at Brazil, that will be the final race that I will ever call in my United Drivers League career, as the series is still going to go on strong. Alrighty, let's hope we get the grid made in time. And thank you, Dylan, for the nice, kind words. Shout out to my buddy Dylan, who's watching the stream right now. Your Dodgers won today, so I hope you're happy about that. And sorry to my sister Holly, who's probably watching the stream. Sorry to see how your Cubs lost today. As the drivers have gone the call to ready up, here we go. Now, let's get this race underway, folks. Let's get this race underway. The Chinese Grand Prix is about to start soon. We're still waiting for some of the lobby to ready up. Hopefully no lobby issues for this race. So, Publix for his first ever career pole in the United Drivers League. This is going to be an unfamiliar spot. He started in P2, but he has not once ever started in P1 once in his career. And then you have Pig starting in P2, will be starting in P3, with Publix teammate starting in P4. Something to watch for in this race will be to see how Cursorial Alex can do. He will be starting on the medium tires. As just like I said, this track is a tire killer, folks. Like around lap 6, lap 7, some of these guys who are going to be starting on the softer compound are going to have some, they're going to be dealing with losing some grip. We're going to get the formation lap started, folks. So let's run you down the grid here. Only 13 drivers on the grid. We are missing about 4 drivers in today's race, but because of the rules that you can have more than 10, the race will go on. You need to have 50% of the grid, as we do have that. Publix starting on pole for the first time in his UDL F1 career. Let's see how he takes advantage of it. Pig, the 3-time UDL F1 champion. He hasn't gotten a win in a while, so it hasn't been that way since Season 2, as he will be starting in P2 in today's race. X Breezy, he has won 2 races in a row. He won at Hungary and Monza. He will be starting in P3. Gunbuck, who got the second F1 podium of his career, he will be starting in P4. Tierney Hawk, he will also be starting in P5 to have a good race. As you see there, the tire strategy about lap 6 through 8 is when those top tire runners want to come in. Dillsack with another good qualifying run today. He will be starting in P6. Cursorial Alex starting on the medium tires. He will start on P7. He's probably the pit until about lap 13. I got a big rig. He will be starting in P8. My former teammate, Kill the Birdman, will be starting in P9, followed by Speed King in P10, with Young Vicho in P11, Karab in P12, as a unfamiliar spot, Kiwi Bird King will bring up the rear, starting in P13. As here we go, folks, we're about to get the grid ready to go. As soon as they get all into their spots, hopefully this time, now that I'm not running the stream anymore, I think when the lights go out, and when they actually go out, they'll actually start to race, unlike the other times this year where the lights have gone out and they don't go. As you see here, we're getting the grid made. I can only tell you just how intense this is. Waiting for the lights, folks. 1 light, 2 lights, and... Oh, as the UDL F1 Chinese Grand Prix is underway, but Pig does not get up to a good start. X Breezy gets up to a great start, already up into P2. Pig falling all the way down to P3 as he is looking to get passed by Gunbuck. Here is going to try and get the move done, and he does, as Tierney Hawk will stay in P5. So far, so good, but Publix gets off to a great start as he will hold it into P1, and you see Kiwi still dealing with the still dealing with all the cars in the back, as we already got some really good side by side racing, but Pig is around, something we are not used to seeing. Pig is around. Don't know what exactly is going on, but Pig has fallen all the way down to last. Not something you normally see, which is Pig being involved in any type of accidents. Don't know if T&E Hawk and him collided. I assume they did. But here we go, folks. What a crazy lap one it is, as Publix right now still holds the lead. As you get a great shot with all of the cars as Pig gets a pass on Karab into P12. You see all the drivers in that nice shot. No passes just yet. Do not forget, we will not get the DRS until about lap 3. The drag reduction system will not go into effect until lap 3. But Publix, he will lead the first lap of the Chinese Grand Prix. As you see here, Cursorial Alex also on the meet. He's going to try and use that to his advantage in this race. It's saying Pig is in P2, but he's currently second to last. As you can tell, the Williams there, the white and blue Williams of Pig, currently sitting in P12. Doesn't look like any moves are being made, not yet, as now the leaderboard has been fixed. As soon as they go through the as soon as they go through the sectors, as they just got through sector 1, as we're going to follow around with Cursorial Alex here, as he's going to try and hunt down the Red Bull of T&E Hawk. Like I said, it says lap 3, but we are currently on lap 2, folks. But let's see how it goes with Publix. He's going to come around, getting a good exit. But just like I said, around lap 6 to lap 7, these tires, that's when their pit window is going to open up, as China is very much known for its killing of tires very quickly, especially on the softer compound tires that the rest of the grid is on. As you see here, Publix, he will lead the second lap as Pig now finally gets around the other McLaren of Speed King there. No passes being made just yet. But X-Breezy trying to hunt down Publix as best as he can. But something to watch for is Cursorial Alex. We know how much pace he has here in the United Drivers League F1 series. Still has not won a race yet this year. Hopefully he can turn luck around. But Publix and X-Breezy, we know how competitive these two guys are, as they have a very friendly, competitive rivalry with each other. They also had a one-on-one earlier today, as both of them were just trying to ego each other, as Publix thinks he's the way better driver than X-Breezy is, but X-Breezy has 3 more wins this year than Publix does, which is 0. Can Publix change that luck today, as X-Breezy is going to get the DRS? Can he catch up to Publix here? No, he's still kind of far out, as X-Breezy has already been on the bun quite a bit. Ooh, as he gets a great braking. Fantastic braking, as everybody has known. He's one of the best late breakers in all of the UDL F1 series, as we have seen it many times where he will late break, almost like a Daniel Ricciardo in this league. But Publix still holds the lead of this race. Pig trying to get around Kiwi here. The battle for P10, the final point spot, as this should bring us some good battles here, as Cursorial Alex is still going to try and get a move on. But Pig, knowing that he's on these softer tires, this is not going to be used to his advantage at all, as he's going to try and get around Kiwi here, who's on the slower tires. Pig is going to go for the move down the inside. They touch a little bit, but Pig will take P10 away from Kiwi there. So good move by the 3-time UDL F1 Series champion. Go back to the battle for the lead. Nothing has happened yet. Pug holding his pace and well. As you see here, as we have a yellow. Oh, it's Kill the Birdman. He is around right now on the track. Don't know if he got loose coming out of that turn. I have to assume that he did, as the rest of the grid was still not really all there, close enough to make a bump, but Kill the Birdman will fall all the way down to last in P13. As we have here, Cursorial Hawk is going, he went for the move on T&E Hawk there as he gets the move done. Big Rig and Dillsack also battling it out between each other as Big Rig will get around to take P6 away from Dillsack. But T&E Hawk, those softer tires, as he's going to try and get a move on, as he will not, as Peg is going to try and get a move down the outside of Young Vicho here as he will clear him going into the turn. Yes, he will, as he clears him going into turn. As you can see here, this is such a big turn. Not a lot of turns are like this. I would only think that maybe the only turn is probably in Malaysia that I would have to compare turn 1 to. As you see there, Kill the Birdman is already in the pits. Don't know if he took a new wing or not, but Kill the Birdman did start this race on softer tire compound. But look at the pace that Chris has made on the softer tire runners. As Cursorial Alex is starting to hunt down the AlphaTauri of Gunbuck here. Gonna have to see, will it work out for him? As X-Breezy still trying to look for anything. But yeah, Cursorial Alex is right there. He's going to get the DRS and he's going to blow by Gunbuck here. He's going to take P3 right here. Will Gunbuck go defensive? No, he will not. As will get around to take P3 away from Gunbuck. But it looks like he may have gotten to the back of Cursorial Alex. Don't know if he bumped him up or not. But Cursorial Alex will stay in P3 for the time being. See if Gunbuck is going to have an answer here. Don't know. It doesn't look like he will. Pig still holding firm in P8. The pit window has opened up, folks, in this race as Gunbuck is pressure from T&E Hawk now. So the two AlphaTauri and Red Bull teams, they are battling it out. And let me just say, for this race, the constructors for grabs, folks. As we have a good points battle going on with the Williams team with 175 points and the Racing Points with 104 points and the Red Bull team with 164 points. So if there is a race where the Red Bull team needs to take advantage of Pig being spun out there on lap 1, this is the race to do it. As you see here, we got some very close battling as Big Rig has now set his sights on T&E Hawk as well, as Gunbuck has lost out tremendously to Cursorial Alex. Look at the pace that Cursorial Alex is putting on as he is going to get, I don't think he has a DRS just yet, but let's see, is T&E Hawk going to go for a move? It looks like he will. Going to go down the inside. Trying to get the move done, but this might allow for Big Rig to get in there. Oh, he was trying. Doesn't look like he was able to get a move there, but the leaders have pitted. The leaders of this race have pitted. So Publix is now in the pits. X-Breezy is now into the pits, and so is Pig. See the tire strategies. Yeah, this is going to be a very, as he will go on the hard tires. X-Breezy will also go on to the hard tires. As you see Dillsack here, he is going to put on a set of medium tires, but Big Rig was able to get around Gunbuck there. So, Dillsack, he's out there on the medium tires. Pig is out there on the harder tires. So is X-Breezy and Publix. But Cursorial Alex out there on the medium tires, going to have to see how that will work out for him in this race, as he will not have to pit until about lap 13, I will say. Somewhere around there is when Cursorial Alex is going to have to pit. But Gunbuck, he is so falling all the way down as he is currently in a net, I will say a net P7 right now. As you see here is Big Rig out there on the medium tires as he's going to get a move on TNA Hawk. Maybe qualifying on the medium tires was the right call, as this is the proving to be the superior tire option, as Big Rig has gone around TNA Hawk. But so far, it has not worked out for Kiwi or Young Vicho for as much as they wanted to. As, yeah, TNE Hawk is now in the pit, so is Gunbucked. As just I was telling you, pit assist has now been turned off in this series. So, TNE Hawk is now into the pits. He is also putting on a set of hard tires. So will Gunbuck, as he will put on a set of hard tires. X-Breezy just trying to do anything he can to get back into the DRS of Publix here, but it looks like Publix did not get the best exit. Not sure if he got a good run out of turn 1 or not. But so far, all of these soft tire runners have pitted, as now we have this big old race going on between Gunbuck and Pig, as Pig is now going to try and get a move on, as Gunbuck goes to the wayside and will allow Pig through, as Pig will now set his sights on TNE Hawk. Kiwi Bird King trying to hunt down Young Vicho here. So just like I said, this is, to have a chance in the constructors, the Racing Points and the Red Bulls. This is the race that they need to have. As you see, Kiwi is going for a move on Young here, as he will get the move done to take P3. Can't really say any nits just because of the different tire strategies that are going on and how that will affect this race. See how this will go on. Will Dillsack here, as TNE Hawk is starting to chase him down. X-Breezy is now into that DRS range to get some DRS help to chase down Publix. So we have a yellow. It's Cursorial Alex! Cursorial Alex has spun! Cursorial Alex is around and he has spun, so Big Rig will take this race, as that will be huge for the outcome of this race. I don't know what exactly is going to happen here. Wow, so what happened to Cursorial Alex? He probably spun coming out of turn 2, but that has given Big Rig the lead of this race, as that means that Kiwi will now have his sights set on Alex here to try and get a pass done. As the medium tire runners, they are in their own little race. As you see, from 1 through 6, these were the guys who qualified and started on the medium tires. As Kiwi is going to go for a move here, as he will get around Cursorial Alex for now, as he will also get the DRS help. Young Vicho might be looking for a move. He will not go for a move there. But Big Rig still has not won a single UDL F1 race. He has been in a lot of them. As Cursorial Alex, he has gone into the pits. Don't know if he has wing damage or not, but TNE Hawk did get himself around Dillsack there. So a early pit stop from Cursorial Alex. Yeah, he took some damage on his wing. Not what you wanted at all. If you were Cursorial Alex, this has not been his year. So this has not been his year at all, as he is now in the pits, as Young Vicho is trying to chase down Kiwi. So let's see, X-Breezy still trying to hunt down Publix here. He hasn't been able to really make any moves quite yet. Let's see how they've been doing on the ERS. They have been doing quite well for themselves on the ERS. Yeah, as you see there with the ERS, he has quite a lot of ERS. X-Breezy has not been able to that gap at all. As we see here, young Vicho, he's also not able to eat into that gap of Kiwi. As the driver is, as he got really, though, don't know if Kiwi had a bad turn or not, but that has opened the door for young Vicho now as he's going to go on the DRS. He's going to get some DRS help as he's going to send a dummy out there. Pig also battling it out with Dilsack. Very unfamiliar territory there as he's going to try and get the over-under done. I don't know if going on the medium tires was the right call, but Pig is going to go for a move down the inside, down the outside as he will clear him. Will that open the door for Dilsack, though? They're side by side. He's going to answer right back. Oh, but that's going to open the door for Gunbuck as well. But Gunbuck couldn't get around as he will also battle back against Pig. They're still side by side. Not enough, so even on the medium tires, but Gunbuck might be looking for a move here. It's not there. Good side-by-side racing between all of these guys. Great job from all of them to make that as clean as they possibly can. Big Rig still in the lead of this race, as he's going to have to pit here really soon in about 2 to 3 laps. That is when their pit window will open. Young Vicho just trying to get as close as he can, but Publix starting to chase down the McLaren of Speed King here. As yeah, okay, I was about to say, yeah, Kiwi has gone into the pits. So Kiwi has gone into the pits. Gunbuck and Dilsack still battling it out. Will Gunbuck beat him out? Yes, he will. So Gunbuck will beat him out, but let's go see these pits. Kiwi is into the pits. What tire will he go on? He will go on to another medium tires. What is Karab going to go on? I think he just went on to another set as Kiwi is out there on a set. No, Karab. Excuse me there. Karab is out there on a set of hard tires. But Big Rig is still the leader of this race. Publix is going to go down the inside of Speed King here as he will get the move done. Kind of pushes him off the track a little bit there. I don't think Speed King was the biggest fan of that move, but also something I didn't see, but Speed King has a lot of wing damage here on his car. So Publix now up into P3. As I will say, he has a 13-second gap, a 14.2 second gap from Big Rig, who just like I said, has not won a single UDL F1 race in his career. X Breezy is going to go and look for a move on Speed King here. I have to imagine Big Rig is pitting on this lap. As yes, he will. Big Rig is pitting on this lap. So Big Rig is now into the pits. X Breezy just is not close enough for a move. But I have to imagine Speed King will be pitting on this lap. Yes, he is, as so is young Vicho. What tires will he go on? As he's going to put on a set of hard tires. Oh, I think I don't know what exactly was going on there, but Big Rig might have been held up. Young Vicho is now in the pits as he will go on to a set of hard tires. Yeah, as Speed King, he will get a new wing as he will also go on to a set of hard tires. But Big Rig did get out in front of T&E Hawk, though, so Big Rig is going to have to get a move on if he wants a chance to win this race. T&E Hawk did go on to a set of hard tires there. Pig back in 5th place with Gunbuck in 6th. But man, Crossorio Alex, he had a chance to really get a major lead, but he spun out coming out of turn 2. As he is now all the way down into P10. He also had to replace his front wing as well. But Publix is now your leader of this race. But Big Rig is going to try and chase these guys down as best as he can. But T&E Hawk, I didn't know that he went out there on the medium tires. Don't know if that was the right call or not, especially going from softs to the medium tires. Do you well for so long. As we saw here, they only have about 12 to 13 laps, so that will not last until the end of this race. And since he started on the soft tires, he's looking at pitting again at least on lap 10 or 9. X-Breezy still unable to eat into that gap. Going to see how Pig here does as he's going to try and chase down the Red Bull of TNE. Gunbuck behind him and Dilsack in P7. Kiwi did go out there onto a set of medium tires, so he's going to try and stretch that out, I imagine, until the end of the race. But Big Rig not able to eat into that gap of X-Breezy at all. Can he do it, though? I mean, he's been stuck at 6.2 seconds for the last lap. For a lap and a half, he's been stuck there. As he's now down to 6.0. So he has into that gap just a little bit. As we are at the halfway point with 15 laps to go in this race. Pig unable to get into that gap of TNE Hawk, but you have to imagine it's going to come soon, especially with TNE Hawk on the medium tires. So, nothing really going on just yet. A lot of these guys are kind of stuck in their spots right now. Gunbuck still is on the DRS of Pig here, trying to chase down Pig. He's going to get some DRS help, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. But how about this? Big Rig is starting to eat into that gap just a little bit, not by much, but it's 5.2 seconds now. Don't know if X-Breezy is not getting the best turn-ins, but X-Breezy is now losing out on the gaps to Publix here, as X-Breezy may just be holding tight, knowing that right now he has a P2. But we're going to watch Cursorial Alex here, as we know the speed he has as he's trying to chase the loss of Young Vicho here. Not enough, but as you see, Kiwi starting to chase down the back of Dilsack as well. He is right there, folks. He's going to try and get a move on. Don't know if he's going to go for a move right here or not. Doesn't look like he will. As we might have two passes on the back straight with the DRS. As we have these two medium tire runners between Dilsack and Kiwi. He's going to get the DRS as Dilsack will go defensive, as he will clear him. How about Cursorial Alex as he will pass? Yeah, he will clear Young Vicho into the third to final, into the penultimate turn. Here they go through the final turn, but Kiwi did get past Dilsack, and Cursorial Alex did get past. Pig is going to look for a move on TNE Hawk. Yes, he will get the move done as he will into P4. So Pig gets the move done up into P4. But X-Breezy is starting to lose a lot of pace out to Publix as well. He has lost a lot of pace to Publix, as Publix is now in full control of this race with Big Rig in P3, X-Breezy in P2. As there is a little bit of lull in the action, I'm going to let you guys know 2 weeks from now we will be at the Bahrain GP. Catch it live here at 6:30 Eastern Time on the United Drivers League YouTube channel to kind of give you a rundown. Publix, he started in first. He has been in control of this race from the very first lap. Cursorial Alex, who was running on the medium tires, he was starting to look like that the medium tire option was going to be the best strategy call. But on lap 10, he spun out coming out of turn 2, which ruined any chance he had, as we have another yellow. That is Speed King, who is off the track. But not only that, Pig got involved in an accident of some sort with TNE Hawk on lap 1 that put him all the way down into last place. He has recovered marvelously as he is now up into P4. Will TNE Hawk go for a move here on Pig, though? Trying to take that P4 away. As you see, Chris Alex here is getting a move on as he will get around Dilsack there for P8. So Chris is starting to make some great pace in this race. As you see here, we got a good battle for P4 between Pig, TNE Hawk, and Gunbuck here with 12 laps to go in this race. As Gunbuck trying to look for anything he can, and as here they go through the S's. Doesn't look like how much DRS, how much ERS. He has a little bit of ERS. TNE Hawk has plenty of ERS, but Pig is starting to fall away from TNE Hawk here, so that's going to have a huge battle between Gunbuck and TNE Hawk, as TNE Hawk is now out of the DRS range. Yeah, he might get DRS here if he was in the detection zone. No, he was not, so he was, yes, so he does have DRS. But Gunbuck really needs TNE. If he really wants a chance to get into P5, he just needs TNE Hawk to just... He needs TNE Hawk to not be in the DRS range of Pig, as any chance he want to take a P5. As you see, young Vicho... No, Dilsack has gone into the pits. Yeah, Dilsack is now into the pits. As, yeah, those medium tires are not holding up well, especially now that he's been on those for at least 12 laps. As we got a nice little battle here for the final spot in this race, as Kill the Birdman and Speed King battling it out of who does not want to be last. Looks like Kill the Birdman is going to go into the pits, as he was also a medium tire runner, so... That strategy call of going on the medium tires on lap 6, lap 7 may have not been the right call at all. As I know TNE Hawk, he's done a good job so far. I know he pitted on lap 8. But surprisingly, his tires up. Public still in control of this race. Big Rig has eaten into that gap just a bit from 6.2 seconds. 6.2 all the way to 2.6. And another thing to let you guys know, these guys were former teammates in Season 3. Gunbuck is going to look for a move. Yeah, TNE Hawk did not get the DRS help. Got to take advantage of those medium tires that are starting to fall apart here. Hawk. So Gunbuck does get himself around into P5. He does get himself out in front of TNE Hawk, but will TNE Hawk go for a move? He's not there. Try for a move. So Gunbuck will stay in P5. But yeah, the two former teammates between Big Rig and X Breezy might heat up if Big Rig can continue to eat into that gap by X Breezy, and he has. X Breezy is just starting to lose Publix as well, as Publix is now all the way up to 4 seconds. When they came out of the pits, X Breezy was only behind by 1. Now he's lost 3 seconds on Publix. So, and Big Rig is just making really great pace, as Kiwi Bird King is starting to eat into the gap of TNE Hawk here. Going to see if it works out for Kiwi here, as he did pit on lap 12 for the tires. As he's starting to eat into that gap of TNE Hawk. I don't know if he's going to get DRS here. Will he get DRS? Yes, he will get the DRS. And so will Chris Alex, who's currently out there on the hard tires, as these guys are going to be battling it out here really soon. Got to imagine that pretty soon that TNE Hawk is going to go into the pits, as he pitted on lap 8 for a set of medium tires, as I know those medium tires are definitely not going to be able to last until the end of this race, especially with China being the big-time tire killer that it is. But he still is holding nicely in the DRS range of Gunbuck, as Gunbuck has not been able to really do anything to eat into the gap, as he has not started to kind of get away from T&E Hawk here at all. But Crossorio Alex has now started to catch up to Kiwi. Crossorio Alex does not have his teammate here today, as Grant T-Boy is not here. Speed King has gone into the pits. I don't know what for. Oh, and he's going to retire. So that will do it for Speed King here in today's race, as he's the first retirement in this race. But Public still holds a nice lead. Big Rig has now eaten into that gap tremendously, as he is now all the way down to 1.2 seconds. The former teammates in the Racing Point cars back in Season 3 are probably going to battle it out here really, really soon. As Big Rig, when he came out of the pits on lap 13, he was only 6.2 seconds away. Now he's only 1.2, as he has caught up to X Breezy here. He's got about half of his ERS left. How is X Breezy doing on the ERS? He has very little ERS. T&E Hawk, though, still is not pitted. As we're going to have quite the battle here for P4 all the way down to P8. Between Cursorial Alex, Kiwi, T&E Hawk, Gunbuck, and Pig, as they are now in their own little battles. But hey, Big Rig is now in the DRS range of X Breezy here, the former teammates, as Big Rig is just eating. Let's see his lines through the S section. He had a good chance to possibly win this race last year, as he qualified really well, but he forgot to put his setup on the car in last year's race, so he was driving like a boat the whole entire race. This time, you can definitely tell he did not forget to put on the car. Here we go, folks. Will Big Rig go for a move on his former teammate here? He's going to get the DRS. Yes, he is flying down the back straight, as X Breezy is going to go defensive. He will clear him going into the penultimate turn, as Big Rig will take P2 away from X Breezy. So good job from Big Rig there, getting himself up into P2, and now he has to set his sights on Publix. As we know, these two guys also have a history with each other as well. They don't like each other at all. They have gone into many spats, as we all know, back at the Austrian GP, battling for the final point spot. Big Rig wrecked Publix out of the spot, but Big Rig ended up getting a 5-second time penalty for causing the collision with Publix there, as that allowed him to get the P3. Put Big Rig back in P4. So they definitely have some history, and they don't like each other very much. Karab, it has not been the McLaren's day at all, as that is another spin for Karab, as he will get passed by Dilsack here for the final point spot. But Big Rig has about 7 laps to go, about to be 6 laps to go. Don't know if it's enough, but yeah, he is now back on the ERS, as you cannot see Publix at all. The battle for P6 and P7. Kiwi is possibly going to go for a move down the inside of T&E Hawk here, as he will get it done. Yes, he will. T&E Hawk might be going the whole entire way on the medium tires, but Crossorio Alex, this is going to open the door for him, as they're going to go side by side, as he will get the move done for P7. Crossorio Alex get himself around, as those medium tires are probably just so degraded at this point as TNE Hawk has fallen all the way down from P4 all the way down to P8. And remember, he pitted on lap 8 for the medium tires, as those medium tires at this point, 15 lap old medium tires, I just imagine, are not holding up well at all. Karab just got a 5-second time penalty, as that will do it for the McLarens. Not their day at all. So a McLaren will not finish this race, as they will both finish P12 and P13. But Crisorial Alex is starting to eat into that Kiwi here. Kiwi's on the medium tires. He pitted on lap 12 for those tires. So those medium tires are starting to get to a point where it can get a little bit fishy. Crisorial Alex is going to get some DRS help, but so will Kiwi as well, as he is still in the DRS range of gun. But we know the pace that Crisorial Alex has. He's going to go to the inside of Kiwi here, as he will clear him going into the penultimate turn. As he will clear him, yes. So he will get the move done for P6, as he will set his sights now on Gunbuck to get himself up into P5, as Kiwi has gone into the pits, as he knows those medium tires are not working out for him right now. It's still a shock. TNE Hawk has not pitted yet. Gonna try and see if we can get a good, as yeah, just look at the inside of the left front medium tire of TNE Hawk. As you can tell, that tire is worn out. As you can tell by the inside of that medium tire on his left front, that tire is at least 60% worn out. That is a long time to be driving on the medium tires here at China. He pitted on lap 8, so he is driving on 15 lap old medium tires. That, I'm sure, is not a lot of fun to drive on this track with about 6 deg on that front left tire, as it is almost completely gone. As you can't even tell that that's a tire. So let's see, Crisorial Alex, he's getting a move on. Will he be able to get the move done? If only he didn't spin out on lap 9 and turn 2, but he's going to get the move done to get himself up in front. Gunbuck is still there, though. No, Crisorial Alex will clear him going into the penultimate turn. So good job by Crisorial Alex, as he has also had a recovery drive his own self, getting himself up into P5. So what a drive it is for Crisorial Alex, as he is now all the way up into P5 here with 4 laps to go in this race. Crisorial Alex still holds the lead. No, Public still holds the lead. He has a 4.5 second. Greg starting to eat into that gap a little bit, but with 4 laps to go, I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think it's going to be enough. I honestly don't think so. I think Publix is just in control of this race. And what a race that this could be for Publix. I mean, there's a lot of things that was being said about his United States Grand Prix win, as a lot of folks, you know, kind of said, oh, well, you really earned that win. You know, your teammate Pig from last year didn't really challenge you at all, didn't give you any type of challenge, you know, just kind of allowed you to breeze for the win and stuff like that. Well, today, I don't think anybody can say a single word about that, as he has been in control and in command of this entire race. Got the first ever UDL F1 pole of his career, and he has shown it today, leading just about every single lap except for that middle stretch where the medium tire runners didn't need to pit yet until about lap 12. But he is on point today, barring any type of mistake. He is on pace to get his second ever UDL F1 career win, and the first of this year for him. He could have won this race last year, but he spun out got himself a P3 finish. Could have had himself a win in last year's race, as he's had a lot of bad luck this year we all know, with the Hungarian race and Zandvoort. He wrecked out at Great Britain, but today, no mistakes at all. This has been a perfect race for Publix. But another thing to watch for, the final podium spot, Pig. He's always seems to be right there, as it looks like he's going to be, as now he is in the DRS range of X Breezy here, as Cursorial Alex is starting to chase down Pig as well. Cursorial Alex he did not get the DRS, but he's going to try and get the DRS here on this next lap, as we now have 2 laps to go in the United Drivers League Chinese Grand Prix. Gonna see what Pig can do. Alex didn't get the DRS again, but Pig is going to try and challenge X Breezy here for the final podium spot, as X Breezy, I know, wants to hold that spot. He wants to take a 3rd podium in a row. So let's see how it's going to go for him today. Can he hold Pig up? Cursorial Alex is also right there as well, as, yeah, Breezy knows that he has 2 very quick drivers right behind him, as he's going to try and do everything he can to hold that P3 spot. But got to give a lot of props to Big Rig for going on the alternate tire strategy, as that will probably net him a P2. So he will get a podium finish, barring any type of mistake, with about 1 3/4 of a lap to go in this race. As X Breezy, you see here, he is back on the defensive and also on the ERS, but Pig is almost out of ERS as well. These guys trying to do anything they can. This is going to be quite the battle for the final podium spot. 1 lap to go in this race. As you see there, young Vicho has gone around T&E Hawk on the leaderboards to get it done, but they are chasing them down. The white flag is out here at the Chinese Grand Prix. Pig is going to go defensive just a little bit, as he has Cursorial Alex breathing down the neck of Pig here. Oh my goodness, they are so close to each other. X Breezy trying to hold Pig and Cursorial Alex back as much as he can. They got to break really close there. As you see there, Big Rig is starting to eat into that gap a little bit. Not going to be enough. He is eating into that gap massively, but Cursorial Alex is still there. He's trying to get a move on. Oh no, we have a spin. T&E Hawk has spun out. His medium tires couldn't hold. His medium tires just couldn't hold any longer, as he will still hold P9 for now, as Kiwi was able to get the move done. But guys, gotta say this. He got his first ever UDL F1 career pole, as it looks like he's going to get the win. Cursorial Alex might be going for a move on Pig here. They are so close, but he is dominated. Nobody can take this win away from him, as Publix will win the United Drivers League Chinese Grand Prix, as Big Rig will come around in 2nd. X Breezy will get 3rd. Pig in 4th. Cursorial Alex in 5th. Gunbuck will take 6th. Young Vicho is going to come, as he will take P7. Kiwi Bird King will also take P8. Dillsack will take P9. T&E Hawk will take P10. As, oh my goodness, yes. Look at that left front for T&E Hawk. He has driven those medium tires to the best he can, as that is a damage. Yeah, that is a punctured left front medium tire. As Kill the Bird Man will also take P11. But So much was said about his United States Grand Prix win, how he didn't really earn it. Well, today, no one can take this win away from him. He got his first ever career pole and his second ever career UDL F1 Series win, and the first win of 2021. What a masterful job by Publix today. Just a fantastic race. As we are still waiting Kill the Birdman to come across the line, as Big Rig drove himself a great race, finished in P2, and X Breezy gets a third podium in a row in P3. So we didn't have quite the exhilarating battle for the lead, but it was quite a race today. Even with the small amount of drivers on the grid, that was a pretty good race. So congrats to Publix on getting the first win of the Season 4 UDL F1 Series and his second ever career win, as he also got his first ever career pole. As take a bow, Publix, as nobody can take this win away from you, buddy. And in his first race as commissioner as well. So Publix takes the Big Rig will take P2, X Breezy will take P3, Pig will take P4, Crisorial Alex, what a day it could have been on the different tire strategy, as we were seeing him just fly on those medium tires until he spun out. Gunbuck will take P6, Young Bicho will take P7, Kiwi will take P8, Dillsack will take P9, T&E Hawk will take P10. Man, he drove those medium tires to their limits, and Birdman will take P11, and the two McLarens are only DNFs on the day with P12 and Speed King in P13. It was not a good day for the McLaren team, as they will finish in the final two spots. So, next week we will have a break. And then right after that, we are back at the Bahrain GP on May 16th. We will be back here on May 16th at Bahrain, and then we will have another break on May 23rd, and then we will come back on May 30th for the Singapore GP. So that will do it for us, folks. My name is Pecan36. That was a fantastic Chinese Grand Prix, as that will do it for me today, folks. As good night, and we will see you guys here 2 weeks from now live on the United Drivers League YouTube channel. Good night, folks.